Listen all, welcome back to Mona Bros Fishing. Unfortunately, this is just the second episode of this year because unfortunately I've been on call, I've been doing a load of courses with work and the weather's not been great. It's quite windy here today, so I'm hoping to get out during this week, but I have been planning a second trip up to Scotland with Tommy Joe, which we're going at the end of April, so hopefully that video will be out at the start of May. And basically it's giving me a bit of an idea, seeing that we're travelling from Anglesey, North Wales up to Scotland, that people tend to travel all over to this beautiful part of the country, which is Anglesey, to do a bit of fishing. And I thought it'd be a bit of an idea that I could put a video together, mix it in with a bit of fishing as well, and show you some locations you might be able to visit if you decide to come here on a fishing trip, a family trip, and do a bit of fishing, or even fishing with your family. So I'm hoping to take you around a few locations all over Anglesey, show you what you can expect, and also hopefully show you some fishing action on this particular video. I'll catch you at the next location, guys. This place needs no introduction, guys. The Anglesey Bait Centre, the only fishing shop you'll need to visit whilst you're here in Anglesey. It's got all your needs, from rods, reels, bait, you name it, it's got the lot. As I've explained at the start, this video is going to be a bit of a mishmash between myself fishing and also giving a bit of information about where you can visit here on Anglesey if you decide to come and do a bit of fishing. Now, this is kind of like a second intro because I'm at a fishing mark now, and tonight I'm targeting Huss and Thornback Ray, a solo session, and it's my fault this evening that Pete isn't with me because unfortunately I had to cancel on him Wednesday night and he wasn't able to make it tonight. I've already set the rods up, I'm not in the water yet. As soon as I've done that, guys, I'll get back on cam, give you a bit of explanation as to where we're taking the channel this year. I've also got a few little bits and bobs that I'm going to show you, and hopefully I'll bring some fish to cam later on during this session. So catch you in a bit. Just behind me, guys, is Sumor or Sea Zoo. It's a sea aquarium here on Anglesey, and I'll put a bit of information up about how you can get here and what you can expect. Llanfa'r Pwll Gwingich go Gerych Chwyndrobwych, Llantysilio go Goch. Another location you could visit on Anglesey. Bit of a mouthful, guys. 58 letters. It is the longest named village in Europe, I believe. Worth a quick visit through this particular place. Not too far away you'll find Nelson's Column and also Marquis Tower, which is worth visiting. Another notable person that lives here in Llanfa'r PG, as we call it, is a Welsh singer named Hual, who's the front lead singer for Hual I Rebels. I'll put a link in the description below so you can find his Spotify channel and have a listen to a bit of Welsh country music.
Cadar gwag y bwr Methu glir ag ag hwrs Methu sŵn dy lais di A'r harddwch yn dy gan A na I ddawnsio hefo'r air Y gwen o gris dy gris Cael o'n llac y neswydd Ond yr ysbryd di
Just over my shoulder here, guys, is Menai Bridge, built by Thomas Telford in 1826. It crosses the Menai Straits, and there are plenty of fishing locations along the straits itself. You can catch fish like bass, smoothhouse at the right time of year, and also Huss, along with all other sorts of species, but well worth visiting. And it's not too far from Llanfa'r PG, like I mentioned earlier, but it's one of the fishing locations that you can easily access, and there are some safe locations that you can fish from at this particular spot. Right guys, I'm finally in the water and I've paired up my Sentry Eliminator T1000 with another Sentry T1000. So I'm pretty happy to have these guys. I've got a couple of Fathom 2 casting specials. As you notice, I've changed my rod stand. I've gone back to the trusted Ian Golds. What I've done with this one is I bought some Spooligan cup holders on the recommendation of Tommy Joe. Absolutely fantastic. They also make a little side holder there for an additional rod, and at the bottom, the cups there, the idea is that the rod locks in place, but I haven't got my butts in there because I'll be using the reducer. But I'm very happy with my setup now guys. All I need is some fish to come on the line. Just another quick one guys, the rod stand light that I've been using, which was a bike light, you can actually fix the actual bracket onto the Ian Gold system, whereby you can just literally click that in place and it's good to go for the evening. I'm in the water guys and I'm fishing for those rays and Huss this evening. I've got two different baits out at the moment. I've got a sandeel squid combi along with a bluey on the other rod, and hopefully one of those target species will come on the line. As I mentioned previously, there are going to be some changes to the channel this year. We've come up with the idea that last year with the point system that there was a few things we can tweak. So basically it's going to be more or less the same setup. It's going to be 2 points for a species of fish, and any additional fish will give you an additional point for the same species, up to a maximum this year though of 5 points for a species. Dogfish the same. We're going to go 2 for the first, an additional point, but as soon as you catch 3 dogfish, anything after that is a minus. And this year as well, we're going to throw in a bonus 5 points on the day for the largest fish. Another slight change, because obviously myself and Pete can't get out constantly at the same time. What we're going to do is we're going to nominate a fishing session. So if I can get out on a Monday and he can get out on a Wednesday, for instance, that will be our nominated day, and it'll be one video, 1 point. So I can't go out multiple times and then try and claim that the better session was my session for that week. We're going to nominate if we can't get out together for that particular week. We're going to start the competition up around April time when the smooth hounds come in, and hopefully we can bring you some decent fishing action this year, and I can get that title off Pete, which you won on a foul hook last year. So I'm going to carry on fishing. If there's any action guys, I'll get back on cam, so hopefully I'll catch you in a bit. Right guys, this is the final location. I'm here in Holyhead. Behind me here is the Holyhead Breakwater. It was constructed in about 7 years, finished in 1873. It's about 1.7 miles long, excellent for fishing, outside of the wall or on the inside. Plenty of species there, ideal if you're visiting Anglesey and you want to fish on a nice flat surface. Bring the kids there. And also just down from me here is the Holyhead Breakwater Country Park. Gives you all the information about the actual breakwater itself, and also there's a park where the kids can play. Also here you've got Holyhead Mountain and a nice coastal walk round to see the South Stack Lighthouse. Well worth a visit guys. Plenty of coastal walks here on Anglesey. You've got 124 miles of coastal walk, which means there's 124 miles of fishing locations as well, so well worth a visit. Right guys, I'm really hoping this isn't a sign of what's to come for the rest of the evening. Last year at this particular mark, they were an absolute plague, and the first 2 casts I've had this evening, the baits were stripped, and the last cast, a few pull downs. Thought, here we go again, spider crabs are here, and lo and behold, I've pulled one in.
Oh, darkness, my old friend.
If it's going to carry on like this guys, I don't know how long I'm going to stay at this mark. I might have to abandon ship and go out to another mark tomorrow evening, but we'll see how it goes. Spider crabs are back. This is the last bit of the video that I'm going to show you a few places, so I'm going to put some images up now of places you can visit here on Anglesey. If you plan on coming here fishing, there are also other things you can do. Now, the majority of the places I'm showing now are quite close to fishing marks as well, so you can visit these places during the day and possibly go fishing at night. But Anglesey does have a lot to offer, not just the fishing, but also it is a place that you can spend weeks on end just coming here, finding new fishing spots and enjoying this beautiful coastline of ours. So yeah, here are a few that you might be able to visit anyway, guys. Probably a few more places that you can go to, but these are a few that I'd recommend. It's not something I like doing, guys, but I'm really considering cutting my losses and going home. Basically, the first two casts, nothing but little nibbles which seem to be spider crabs, and then I got that last one which confirmed that they are here again. So I'm going to give it another 20 minutes or so, and then if it doesn't improve, I'm going to cut my losses, head home and go back out tomorrow evening. So if that's the case, I'll catch you at the next mark. If it does improve, then hopefully I can bring a fish on cam at this mark and we can carry on with this session. So we'll see what happens, guys.
24 hours later.
I'm out again, guys. It's a fantastic looking day. Sun's out. It isn't as cold as last night. I've come to a different mark on the side of Holyhead today. Bit of shelter from that wind that was in front of me last night. The spider crabs absolutely destroyed my baits last night. Completely wrote off the session. So I'm hoping that today will yield some fish at least. If I get any action, guys, I'll get back on cam. So what I'm using today, guys, is a pulley pennel rig with a sand eel squid combi. I do like to leave the tentacles on there because when those open up, when they thaw out, I think it makes a little bit of a difference, but hopefully we can get a Huss coming onto this bad boy in a bit. So on the second rig, I've got a nice juicy bluey that I'm hoping again will get me onto a Huss, but you never know, guys. Right, guys, the dogfish are back. It's an Anglesey dogfish. The blank's gone, and usually I'd be downhearted about catching a dogfish, but this evening it seems a bit better than catching spider crabs like I was last night. So he's a welcome sight. I chucked out a 2-hook flapper targeting whiting so I could use as bait later on this evening to try and catch those Huss. But yeah, the blank's gone. It's a dogfish, but it's better than spider crabs at least. Hopefully, as that darkness comes in, the fishing will get a little bit better. Catch you in a minute. Jesus Christ, this got cold quickly. I just thought I'd quickly mention, guys, that if you have clicked on this video because you're planning on visiting Anglesey to do a bit of fishing, that perhaps a guided fishing session might be the thing for you. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video that I'm heading up to Scotland with Tommy Joe. Tommy Joe does offer a guiding service. Now, I'll put a link in the description below to his Facebook page so you can get onto him and possibly book yourself a session. He does book up quite quickly, guys, especially during those summer months, but you can learn a bit from him because even as an angler that's been fishing for about 8 years total now, granted the majority of it as a junior, on that short weekend up in Scotland the last time, Tommy did show me a few tricks and tips that I hadn't even considered, to be honest with you. So have a look at his Facebook page if you're considering getting a guided session here on Anglesey. I'm absolutely trying everything here tonight, guys. I've tried a 2-hook flapper, I'm trying my pulley pennel rigs, I'm using all sorts of baits from bluey, sand eel, squid, mackerel, ragworm, and still just that one dogfish. The only upside is that every single time I'm bringing bait in, it's complete. So the spider crabs aren't about, so that's one thing. But unfortunately, no fish is looking at them either. Yeah, I'm going to give it another couple of hours. Hopefully I'll bring a fish onto cam. If I don't, then obviously I'll close the video down in the van as I always do. So hopefully I'll get back on cam before then. If not, I'll catch up with you in the van. Second fish of the evening, guys, another dogfish. And this is going to be the last dogfish I bring to cam if I get another one. It's not turning out into the session I hoped, just like last night really, but tonight's a slight improvement, and I mean slight, because a dogfish isn't much better than a spider crab, to be honest with you, but at least he's got a fish in his name. I'm going to give it another hour, and hopefully I can bring that Huss to cam. If not, like I mentioned earlier, I'll catch you in the van. Right, guys, that brings to an end another disappointing session. Now, I know for a fact that when I go to the pub tomorrow, people will ask me the question, why'd you bother? You're spending all sorts of money on a new rod, new reels. You're going there for hours just to catch 2 dogfish. And the answer is simple, guys. I don't think that any other kind of sport that I'd be able to do anyway could give me the same satisfaction that when I eventually catch what I'm targeting, that dopamine hit that I'll get from that is worth all the disappointing sessions like this evening. And also, for a fat lad, I doubt that I'd walk 2.5 miles to do anything apart from fishing. So it keeps you healthy, I suppose, by having a walk. You're also cutting yourself away from everything. No TV, no phone. Although I'm contradicting myself by saying no phone because I'm filming for YouTube, but I'm not watching YouTube, I'm not watching TikTok, I'm not watching a movie, so I get to fully relax as much as I could. But there we go, that's why we do it, guys. Another quick thing I've noticed online this week in particular, there's been quite a few posts about people leaving shit behind, and there's no excuse for it, guys. It took me about 30 seconds this evening. As you can see in this picture below now, that's all there was, but it doesn't weigh anything. It takes 30 seconds to collect it all together, take it with you and throw it in a rubbish bin. No one wants to go to a mark where it looks like shit. Anyway, hopefully I'll be out one more time at least before I head over to Scotland. But until then, guys, take care of yourselves and I'll catch you next time.